Hi guys, welcome to Know Math. My name is Sir Bench Antonio, and on this video we will discuss solving quadratic equation by completing the square method. This lesson is intended for high school mathematics, especially for grade 9 students. If you're not yet subscribed on my channel, please hit like and subscribe for more of my videos. Before we start the lesson, let us review first what is quadratic equation. A quadratic equation in one variable is a mathematical sentence of degree 2. It is also called a second degree equation. These equations can be written in the standard form of ax squared plus bx plus c, where your a, b, and c values are all real numbers. There are four ways to solve quadratic equation. First, by extracting the square root. Second is by factoring. Next is by completing the square, and the third one is by using quadratic formula. And on this video, we will focus on the method of completing the square. Normally, we are using this method if the given trinomial is not factorable. For example, x squared plus 4x minus 10 is equal to 0. This trinomial cannot be factored out. And so as for example number 2, 2x squared minus 6x plus 3 is equal to 0. So how are we going to do the completing the square method? Let's start with number 1. We have x squared plus 4x minus 10 is equal to 0. So the first step that we will going to do is to eliminate the constant term minus 10 by adding both sides 10. So the equation will be now x squared plus 4x is equal to 10. The reason why we need to eliminate the constant term of the first equation is for us to be prepared to have our perfect square trinomial. Take note, perfect square trinomial, so therefore we need to add another term, which is the c value. For us to add the c value, we will use now the formula of b divided by 2 squared. So in this equation, we have a value of 1, b value of positive 4. So let us now substitute the b value. 4 divided by 2 and then square. That 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 is squared. That will give us 4. So therefore, we can now add 4 both sides. Take note, what we do on the left side of the equal sign is the same thing that we will going to do on the other side for the rule of equality. So in this case, we have now the perfect square trinomial. With that, we can have a square of binomial. That we will get the square of the first term, x squared, which is x, and the square of the last term, which is 2. And then since that the middle term is positive, we will use positive. And 10 plus 4 is 14. If you can still remember on the lesson extracting square root that we have x squared is equal to k form, this form is already on the x squared is equal to k form. That we need to extract square root both sides. Okay? For us now to cancel the square, and that will give us x plus 2 is equal to positive and a negative square root of 14. So for us to get the value of x, we just need to transpose positive 2 on the other side of the equal sign, that x is equal to negative 2 as it becomes negative plus minus the square root of 14. So therefore, we have now two values. X of 1 is negative 2 plus the square root of 14, and the second solution is negative 2 minus the square root of 4. Okay, let us proceed with number 2. We have 2x squared minus 6x plus 3 is equal to 0. Notice that on our example number 2, we have the value of a, which is 2. So the first thing that we need to do in this kind of equation is to eliminate the value of a by dividing all terms on the value of a, which is 2. So this one will be 1 as x squared. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3x. And plus 3 halves is equal to 0. So we can now proceed on the procedure of completing the square. Eliminate first the constant term by subtracting both sides by 3 halves. So this one will be now cancelled out. So we have now x squared minus 3x is equal to negative 3 halves. So again, we need to make it a perfect square trinomial by adding letter C. And what will be our letter C? Using the formula of b divided by 2 squared. Our a value is 1. Our b value is negative 3. So we will use negative 3 divided by 2 squared. So negative 3 divided by 2 squared is negative 9 divided by 4. So this will be now what we are going to add. Sorry, this is positive 9 divided by 4. So 9 over 4 plus 9 over 4. And in that case, we can now have a square of binomial. Square the first term, x. Square the last term, 9 over 4, is 3 over 2. Since that the middle term is negative, we have now negative equals. So simplify, negative 3 halves plus 9 over 4. Get their LCD, 2 and 4 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2 times negative 3, we have negative 6. 4 divided by 4 is 1 times negative 9, we have positive 9. Then we have here negative 6 plus 9 is 3/4. Okay, so the equation will be x minus 3 over 2 squared is equal to positive 3/4. Again, using the extracting square root, because we have x squared is equal to k form, we need to extract square root both sides. As we can now cancel this out, the square. So, the new equation is x minus 3 halves is equal to positive and a negative square root of 3 divided by 2. Why? Because the square root of 3 divided by the square root of 4. As the square root of 4 is 2. That's why we have here 2. So again, transpose negative 3 halves on the other side. We now have x is equal to positive 3 halves as it becomes positive from negative plus minus the square root of 3 over 2. Since they are the same, or they are having the same denominator, therefore, we now have the two values of x as 3 plus minus the square root of 3 divided by 2. So these are now the two solutions. The first solution is 3 plus square root of 3 over 2, and the second solution is 3 minus the square root of 3 over 2. And that is how we will going to use, or we will going to do, the completing the square method. And I have this math challenge for you. Try to solve for the roots of 2x squared minus 10x plus 3 equals 2 using the completing the square method. If you know the answer, guys, just comment down below. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe for more of my videos. Thank you for watching, guys.